Alright guys, thank you so much for waiting. Whew. It's been a long set so far and it's not getting any shorter. We are in game 3. I'm Dark M and I'll be bringing you commentary for this third game alongside Kevin Allen.
Hi there.
Thank you once again, Kevin, for helping me hold it down in the commentary, saving my voice.
Anytime.
Okay, so this is actually really interesting because there's a lot of things that on the blue team that YPBoys should be familiar with. They've seen the Braum, they've played with Caitlyn, they've seen Nautilus 2 games already. But they are running Vi, Twisted Fate, something that the RD team has not seen at all this set. So will that catch them off guard?
Yeah, they're definitely mixing up a bit more than YPBoys, which is good to see, I think. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to make YPBoys work a bit harder to kind of adapt with that strategy.
Yep. Yeah, drink those liquids.
Yeah, a bit of a dance party going on mid lane. Both Carbon Copy and Wally Rice /Ding as hard as they possibly can.
It's good that both teams are still feeling pretty loose. It's good to see.
Especially in such a high-stakes match.
Yeah, definitely want to see the best out of both teams, because this is the closest set that we've ever had.
Uh-oh.
Run on empty. Gonna check that.
He's gonna face check that. Which may not work out for him.
He actually hesitated and turned around and thought about, applying more stacks, but ended up costing him a lot of life.
Yeah, now he's coming into the lane half empty.
Yep. Absolutely.
And now we're just into this, normal lane. Run on empty, trading blows with Justine. Delango getting stunned slightly, and this top lane is going to be an island once again with the Gragas and the Mundo. Not going to expect a lot to happen here.
Yeah, and again, another situation where both junglers will probably power farm until level 6.
Yeah.
Vi's ganks are not to be underestimated, but she does need to hit the Vault Breaker to do a lot of damage without level 6. Good catch.
Yeah, the Vault Breaker by itself is still not enough damage really to work with a gank. Especially with the heal meta. I mean, it's so hard to gank in general.
Yeah. Oh, that empowered auto attack from Gragas.
Hey man,
The
deals
double axe
damage.
handle. Does.
Hit him with the barrel.
Okay, so double buff secured for Vi, a little bit behind the jungle of Nautilus, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Yeah, Nautilus is very good at clearing camps, but once he runs out of that blue buff, it's very hard for him to jungle.
Good usage of the.
That's really good. It actually looks like Nautilus is coming in here for an early gank. He might actually meet up with Vi.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on the Targons, but Nautilus is actually in the area, so we're gonna focus on that. Vi is looping around, so we'll see how hard the blue team decides to go. There is the counter initiate, and there is the ball breaker. That's a lot of Vi's damage early. Heal gets popped. Ignite is ticking onto Soulstar. He does manage to get away before they can lock him up any further, and he will survive. And overall, it's gonna be a win for the red team.
That's definitely a win for the red team. They're in a much better position right now. No kills going down, though, and a lot of summoners being used. But yeah, that was definitely a win for the red team.
Yep. Great timing by Vi. Again, that Vault Breaker is such a big part of her combo damage early. And because I hit onto multiple targets, that was the dream for them.
That was a dream, yeah, for Vi early game. Pre-6, that's the dream.
Yeah, and they got everything out of Caitlyn as well, both her heal and her flash. This is going to be a real test for her mechanics and her spacing to stay alive until those come back up.
Yeah, they're definitely in a pretty vulnerable space right now. I mean, Caitlyn, if Vi decides to gank Caitlyn without a heal or a flash is in a pretty bad place. Looks like Jinx is going to go back now, though. Just bye.
Yeah, another thing that's going to be really important is going to be how the junglers and mids ward up the entrances and exits to the mid lane. Because once TF hits 6, they're going to need to know where he's going and where he's coming from.
Yeah, and he's getting pretty close. He's already at 5.
Yeah,
once he hits 6, you've got that global TF presence.
Yep.
And it's always trouble to deal with. Yeah, it looks like people just running back to lane. So this top lane continuing to be a little island of its own. No real damage has been going down. Once Mundo hits 6, he's going to be able to heal all of that damage back up. There's a casket. Going to be able to secure this black line of mages for Gragas.
Yeah,
Going pretty spell heavy though.
The barrel fermenting in lane.
Yeah, man, he's getting a little wasted in lane. A little white girl wasted.
Good good auto attack onto Twisted Fate. Orianna's going to want to keep doing that. He is ahead in CS as well.
Oh, wow.
Good catch on Soulstar.
Yeah,
And,
that was strong.
Juicin walking very far forward because he knows that they're ahead in summoner spells right now.
Yeah, and that was tough to run on empty because he was actually at a pretty low life, which makes it really difficult to wall at that point because it puts you in a dangerous position.
Actually, I stand corrected on that. Jinx does not have her summoners either, and both supports have flash. So the summoner spells are quite even, but the health is not.
No, definitely not. Jinx is at full. Though Soulstar did pick up some potions while at base, so she'll be able to heal up. Braum, though, gonna go back.
Yep. And yeah, Targon's CS and AD carry CS are very, very even right now. Caitlyn doing a pretty good job of picking up what she can. And it looks like she's going to stick around for this wave.
Yeah, this mid lane, though, is actually going to go in the favor of Orianna. She's up by about 16 CS, which is pretty substantial for early game. So that's good for her. And aside from that, though, everything else is very even.
BM.
Oh, Woolly Rice. That was a total jerk move. Sorry, George, you're not going to go back.
Yeah, it's like your time to leave is not yet.
Yeah. We have to sit here and not deal damage to each other for a bit longer.
Yeah, I think somebody actually made like a really sarcastic post on Reddit about how the top lane goes, where it's like, oh, maybe we'll tap each other on the shoulder once in a while.
That's really how it is. I mean, yeah, especially in this top lane. This top lane is so, like, stalemate. Yeah, Gragas and Mundo are not going to be able to kill each other by themselves.
Okay, Orianna continuing to hold the CS lead. And Jinx starting to creep up on a little advantage of her own. Junglers are dead even though, 33 CS apiece. And Spirit Stone for one, Quill Coat for the other.
Yeah, and I think this is really the time where Vi and TF are going to have to make some plays.
Yeah, Vi is going to go back and buy right now. We'll see what she decides to do. Nautilus could be one step ahead though if he decides to swing for bottom after this red buff. We shall see. Teleport getting used by Mundo.
Yeah, and I hope, teams aren't too afraid to tower dive again, even though they have failed it so many times.
That counter gang might have really put a lot of fear into the blue team, though, after that turnaround where they almost died. So I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do.
Yeah, Nautilus might wait a bit longer before ganking, though. Vi and TF, they got to make something happen. They're the playmakers in this game.
Yeah, and you can see right there by the wards in the mid, you know where TF is probably going to go. That path down to the bot lane through mid is warded up for both.
Yeah.
So trying to stay 2 to 3 steps ahead if possible. Here comes Vi going bot.
Yeah. Looking to sneak into a bush.
It's a good bet because they've been pushed up for so freaking long that there's probably no wards left in lane.
You're correct, there are not any wards left in lane. Looks like Vi is trying to position herself to get a Vault Breaker. At least get into range for her Assault and Battery.
If they can get the box onto Caitlyn, they might be able to get her.
Yeah, her summoners are back up though, so she's going to be pretty difficult to kill.
Yeah.
But if they deal enough damage to her quickly, I mean, she's going to die. That was unfortunately a failed hook, and Vi has actually left the lane. She has given up entirely on ganking. Though it looks like she's kind of meandering back in.
Soulstar's doing a pretty good job of farming under turret, I must say, despite being pushed up. He is really starting to suffer in CS loss, but he's getting what he can when he can.
Yeah, she's about 20 down, maybe 10, around 10 down right now.
And Vi does abandon the gank as they can't find any opportunity.
Yeah, this Vi is actually just kind of running around bot lane, but not necessarily doing anything. She's kind of missing out on time to farm.
That's a big
Gave
recall
Nautilus
stop.
the upper hand.
Big recall stop right there with the zap. It's going to desync the timing of the bot lane being together in lane. Normally, the bot lane wants to recall and go back to lane at the same time.
Yeah. much like Red Team is doing, recalling at the same time.
Looks like YPBoys are aware of where Nautilus is. They just pinged him out straight away. So there's no surprises to be had. But the mid ward did time out. So he's making his way towards the mid to see if Vi is in the area for a gank, but he sees that she is not. More patient play.
Yes, that is the kind of motto lately. Wow, RD George though taking a ton of damage.
No ignite though, so no kill
Yeah,
potential.
it's gonna be pretty much impossible for him to kill Mundo, but you know, that was a bit of damage.
Yeah.
Made Mundo use his ult. If they decide to gank top, I mean, Mundo could go down.
Yeah, and it looks like TF is meandering his way. Oh, no, he's not.
No, back to lane. These two teams really like to stay in laning phase until until like 30-ish minutes.
Yeah, that hook way off target right there, and the creep would have blocked it anyway. Vi gonna get spotted out by the blue ward. Yep, and they
There's
say
the thing.
back it up, back it up.
There's a Vi. Let us not be here anymore. I think Vi's got to give up on this bot lane. I don't think she's going to be able to get a kill here.
Yeah, the wave is just not in a good spot for her where she can take advantage. They're so far pushed up and hugging the turret that it would take a 4-man dive with TF to make something happen at this point. And it would have to
how
be
that works.
Yeah, and we'd have to do it with the certainty that Nautilus wouldn't be there, because Nautilus is a party crasher.
Yeah, it's definitely rough for Vi right now. I mean, I feel like if Gragas dealt enough damage to Mundo, making him or causing him to use his ult, I feel like that's the moment where they should gank Mundo.
Oh, and have Gragas TP in. Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, I mean, Vi's gonna try to attempt his bot lane again. That's a good hook by Roldy Jimmy.
Roldy Jimmy sandwiched a little bit, but
yeah, there's the ult though. That's gonna be not great for them.
Good
causing him
away.
to flash. Yeah, he knew that wasn't a good place to be.
Yeah, best not to risk it at that point. Oh, but TF does have the potential to come down if he wants to, and I'm really surprised that he didn't. The wave was pushing up anyway, and he had already shoved out mid. Okay, he's going now. Is he too little, too late though? They are diving hard for this. Thresh can't tank anymore, and there goes first blood. There's what we wanted to see.
That's a good dive.
Oh, DIT's probably dead though. Unless Oriana stops walking. I don't think he's gonna. Oh, actually, no, he does get away. He does have ball breaker back.
Oh, what a hook.
Django, hello. That's not a good fight for them right now. Django does have to pop Summoner heal to get away, and TF is out of mana. No more stuns.
Juicyton was in a pretty good position for him to kill Oriana, but unfortunately, yeah, heal just allows them to run away. And wow, they're actually going to go straight for Dragon.
Wow, how very un-YPBoys-esque.
Yeah,
with a low-health jungler, they're going for it. Depth Charge is still available. Shockwave is still available, too. Is he going to go for it? Boom!
Oh, wow, missed a Shockwave.
Really good awareness by the red team to stay out of range of that Shockwave, which was definitely a possibility.
They knew it was a threat.
Yeah, and a good smite by Vi.
Well, really, that gives YPBoys quite the lead. That's about a 4K-ish lead right now.
Yeah, that's actually a much more standard gold lead than we were used to this set.
Yeah, someone finally, or one team finally migrated to Dragon after killing bot lane.
Yep.
Which is kind of surprising to see.
Yeah, and that was what we were hoping that this team would do, which should be take advantage of the global presence of TF. Once a summoner is burned, make a second attempt at a gank and finish the job.
That's a very good start for YPBoys, but now they're going to have to try to keep it up, maybe not lose any momentum.
About a 14.5 minute Zonya's on TF. Big pickup.
That's good for him.
He doesn't have the oomph on his autos because he didn't rush Lichbane, but that's still a great item to have at this point. Oh,
wow.
Glacial Fissure. Not sure what that was for. They have the creep wave there. Braum can't really force anything.
Yeah, Braum took a ton of damage. I think that was... He really wanted to try to get the passive pop on Juicyton, but it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, and they almost turned that too, but luckily there was still a creep alive.
Yeah.
So that the hook got eaten up.
And looks like a bit more scrimmaging up here in top lane. Wooly Rice and GD George or RD George are just hanging out, punching one another. Juicyton over there.
I was hoping to see like a Nautilus play where he Spider-Man to like the edge of the wall and then pop ulti.
That would have been pretty sick.
That would have been pretty sick, but I think he was a little too far away to make that work.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, his hook range is actually pretty short, so that would have been rough to do.
Ouch.
Oh, Soul Superstar. Oh, that was a very conscious net backwards. That was really good of her.
I feel like every time we look into the top lane, it's like that thing where you open the door just to check on somebody to see if they're still okay, and then you just close the door again.
Yeah.
Are they still there? Yep, they're still there.
Yep, they're still there. Carbon Copy is actually going to get caught out a bit. Here comes DIT, though, maybe wanting to have something happen. I mean, she had a Soul and Battery up. She could have probably tried to go for the Orianna, but...
I think TF was just too low, I think.
Yeah, TF was about half at the point that time started, so that wouldn't have been great.
Yeah. And you notice that TF is running Ghost Flash, which is great for giving TF a little bit more mobility to position in fights, catch up people with gold cards, and get to places where he can port around the map. So overall, a lot of utility in the summoner spell.
It looks like Vi's kind of come down back bot lane. She wants something to happen. She has her ult up, so she has a lot of kill potential.
Yeah, Justin is a lot lower health, but they're going to go.
Yeah, Thresh Express, Vi gets in there. Well, no, now she's going to go down. She didn't even have to ult for that, so Vi's ult is still up. That's huge.
Oh yeah, that is huge. It is still up.
And Wooly Rice and RD George, you know, hanging out top lane. RD George is going to go heal up. And yep.
This game is looking a lot more standard because of the Vi pick and the TF pick.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit more. They're being more aggressive at least.
Yeah,
and
the game is accelerating.
Yeah, ganks are happening. One team is snowballing.
So we'll see if RD, as they are so proven to be so good at, they can see if they can stop the bleeding and turtle up.
Yeah, you know, they've done it so many times before. I wouldn't be surprised if they took this game to 70 minutes. So it looks like, yeah, they're really trying to push down this middle tower. I think they might get it. Yeah, Jinx is going to get it. DIT, though. DIT
caught out a little bit, but Glacial Fissure coming across. Beautiful shockwave to get one kill off. Django needs to peace out, though, as he is in deep trouble with his health. But here comes Soulstar coming across, but not putting out a whole lot of damage. Does the pilt over Peacemaker and gets hooked up, but still enough to turn a kill. And that will be Braum going down to the wild cards. Carbon Copy. Oh,
Carbon Copy. That was so unfortunate. It was just that odd angle that Braum just happened to be in. Already George is actually going to get into tower range. That's kind of dangerous for him, but he's going to be able to walk out of there.
Just the blue card of doom, so yeah, he'll be fine.
He's got that level 2 Mundo ult, so he's essentially unstoppable at this point.
Yep. So, right there, YPBoys tried to get their Korean on and do rotations, get that mid-turret. But even though they did get it, RD did get the better end of that fight, going 2 for 1.
To be fair, Gragas took down the top lane towers, so
yeah.
I mean it was 2 objectives for I think only 2 kills on the red side, so yeah. I think it was definitely worth it for them.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it for them. The turrets will not come back, so that is map positioning that they will have forever.
Yep. They've got that vision.
Dragon coming up in about 30 seconds. We'll see if this is the next place where they're going to fight. And again, same situation as the first game, where one team is really far behind in terms of items. BF Sword and Pickaxe to IE Zeal. That is a big signal that you do not want a team fight. So we'll see if RD actually gets starved out of objectives and they just keep trying to farm lanes, or if they go, balls deep for something and bet the game.
That was a very cute super mega death rocket by Jinx. Trying to take out that red. It is actually really close too. Yeah. But RD Wobbles was able to secure that first.
This could be the all-in that decides the set right here if they go for it, and it doesn't look like blue team's gonna get to go.
No, they did teleport in. Oh, wow. Right onto a snare. That is so unfortunate for Waffles.
TF on the outside. Oh, actually, Justin's in a bad spot. Red buff. Yep. Red buff.
He's been caught out a few times. This is the second time. Fortunately, Thresh Express makes every spot a good spot. And yeah, they're going to be able to walk away from that dragon. That's the first dragon in this game, and they've got it.
Well, that's actually
it's the second dragon, yes.
Oh yeah, the first relatively uncontested dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, here
Wow.
comes the dive from RD, but not a good spot to go for something like that. Very disrespectful of the gold lead that YPBoys has. And the Soulstar have flash. He does, but
I don't
is
think he's gonna
of
save
no
him.
consequence. And a nice red buff transfer. You know, red team being a bro for Justin.
Oh my god, this game might not last 70 minutes. What?
Yeah, this is looking pretty standard. Like you said, one team is snowballing and the other team is not. So.
But hey, you know what? You never know with these two teams. Anything could happen.
It's quite possible that the second game could have just been a fluke.
You know what? You're right. Maybe, yeah, it was just to put on a show, you know?
Oh, why, please, why?
Ow. GIT.
Why?
Maybe he
The
wasn't
turret was
expecting-
going down regardless. I don't know why.
Maybe he wasn't expecting a shockwave from Oriana, but he just went down.
Yeah, there was no reason for him to be that close. The Jinx was already gonna get that. I don't know. Okay,
Well-
so a little bit of gold back, but you know, dragons, turrets, kills, all going the way overall.
Towers.
Yeah, YPBoys.
4-0. That's pretty good for YPBoys.
Yep.
So, you know, never count RD out. They've come back from worse.
It's
Let 'em
gonna.
steal a few Barons.
Yeah, it's at that awkward spot in the middle of the game where power spikes are pretty important. Vi is really, really big compared to Nautilus. 2 kills, 4 assists. The CS is kind of whatever. TF doing really, really well though. Ooh, what a Void Staff for that Mundo.
Though to be fair, both TF and Oriana are both 201, and they've got around the same CS. Though TF has gotten a ton of global gold.
I think that, yeah, TF is going to be a very big problem because he'll be doing like true damage plus to everyone that's not Mundo, and even Mundo's gonna start hurting. Although we should point out that there is no ignite. Oh no, except on Thresh. So unless Thresh can get to Mundo and ignite him.
Uh-oh,
We'll
Carbon
get the heal
Copy.
buff.
Taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a good start to the fight, but unfortunately, Red Team able to kite back pretty easily.
Yeah, they're pretty big. Oh, that was such
beautiful.
a good ult.
Beautiful. Oh, hello.
And here comes the TF. Hey guys, I'm here. I'm just gonna Zanya's out for a little bit, and even George goes down.
This
That
is-
nade?
That's
an
that
ace.
point in the game where you start typing GG in all chat.
Yeah,
This
slash
is a rough
FF.
stomp.
This is not great for RD. This is gonna be pretty tough to come back from.
They could keep going, but I don't know if they want to. Okay, looks like they're going for it either way.
It's their last game. I don't see why not.
Well, no, there are no home guards yet. Oh, wow!
Oh, wow, there it is.
What? Why?
Hey,
Why
man.
would you surrender? It's the last game. This is for
You
winners.
You called it.
Wow.
Wow, BM.
Huge surrender. I don't really agree with that, but GG's to both teams.